Hey everyone, it's Alexander, the real Mr. Robinson, and this is my review for the Disney Plus original film, Stargirl. This movie follows a high school boy named Leo, who is your typical high school teenager. He's not all that popular, he's not really noticed by a whole lot of people, but he soon meets this girl by the name of Stargirl, who is the complete opposite of him. She's fearless, she stands out from the crowd, and she is pretty much unique in her very own way. So the movie pretty much revolves around these two high school kids who are completely different from one another as they get to know about each other a little more and eventually grow closer. So if you're watching this review in the distant future, then movie theaters are closed, there are no major releases coming out for some time, and this has given me an opportunity to just watch more movies at random. And if nothing else, this is the perfect time for me to watch original movies on either Netflix or Disney Plus, and in the case of this review, it's Stargirl, which I'd seen ads for. This has been promoted quite a bit on Disney Plus, but I didn't know anything about it. So when I heard that this was pretty much a teen film, what I expected was something in the vein of Lizzie McGuire. I know that show in that movie is about 20 years old at this point, but I just thought it would be a standard, typical Disney-fied teen film, and is kind of manufactured to be all hip and cool. And I gotta say that this movie is none of those things that I described. I mean, it's a movie that's not going to reinvent the wheel, but it is a movie that definitely is earnest and has a lot of heart to it. A lot of the heart and charm of this movie actually comes from the chemistry between your two lead actors. You have Verchere as Leo, and then you have Grace VanderWaal as Stargirl, and the two of them really work well together. They have a very great, believable chemistry, and the characters feel very natural and down to earth. There's a lot about Stargirl in this movie that feels kind of fantastical, which I'll touch upon a little later, but the character herself feels very down to earth. Chances are you probably knew somebody like Stargirl back in high school, and if not, then you might have went to a boring high school. Now, with that being said, the fantastical elements of Stargirl are kind of magical. It's kind of hard to explain, but throughout the movie, there's hints of some sort of magical element involving Stargirl. Like, she's that mysterious and that different from everyone else. Whether it's knowing Leo's name without Leo knowing her, and she sings a happy birthday song to him in front of the entire cafeteria, or going out in the middle of a football field with no microphone and her ukulele, singing a song and everyone can hear her perfectly. To me, that would be something that's a plot hole or something that you could just nitpick. But because the movie has sort of a fantasy element to it with this character alone, I just kind of accepted that there was some sort of magical element. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, because there are tons of moments throughout this movie where you really get the impression that Stargirl is magical. Which they never flat out say it's magic. Hell, they never really explain or say anything that would hint at magic, but that's kind of the movie's charm, is that it just doesn't explain it, and it's either you go with it or you don't. Now, like I said earlier, one of my biggest fears with this movie going in was that it was going to be a Disney-fied teen movie, sort of in the vein of, as I said before, the Lizzie McGuire movie, but this movie has a lot more in common with Love, Simon, in the sense that, yeah, it's a teen movie that we've seen before, and it's not all that special, but at the same time, like with Love, Simon, it feels like a teen movie that we haven't seen in a long time. And because this movie doesn't feel fake or truly Disney-fied, it avoids a lot of the trappings that you would normally see in not only a teen movie, but a romantic comedy. One of the things that I absolutely hate in romantic comedies is whenever the couple breaks up, usually they don't talk things out. There's no real reason for the characters to break up other than drama or conflict. And in this movie, most of the decisions that the characters make feel very real, and you also understand why these decisions are made, to the point where you can't really blame them. There were a few elements of the movie that personally didn't work for me. For one, there's a scene where Leo is basically following Stargirl home. It's supposed to be a tender moment where Leo wants to know more about Stargirl because she's that mysterious, but it honestly comes across as more creepy than anything else. And then you also have Giancarlo Esposito, who between this and The Mandalorian is getting that Disney Plus money, and I honestly think his character is kind of useless. He's mostly there to give some inspirational lines to Leo or just some words of motivation, but he's just not really a character and doesn't have that much to do. Although, I gotta say, it's nice to see him not play a villain like he does in Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, or The Mandalorian. So at least that's somewhat refreshing. And then, as I said before, the movie isn't really all that special. It doesn't really do anything to reinvent the wheel when it comes to teen movies, but that doesn't mean it's bad at all. If I were to give this a rating, I'd say it's good. It's very earnest, it's very heartfelt, the two leads have really good chemistry, there's some nice production design throughout, and I just bought into the movie. It's very charming, it's very heartfelt, and if you're looking at this movie thinking it's gonna be a generic Disney-fied teen movie, then you'll actually be very surprised that it's better than that. And there you go, that's my review for Stargirl. And now I want to know what you guys think about the movie. If you've seen it, what did you think? Whatever the case may be, let me know in the comments below. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, leave a comment, support my Patreon page, follow me on social media. And until then, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there is only one